and welcome to the next part of Danganronpa Another. Last time we started the investigation of the fifth murder of Yamato Kisaragi. Everything points to Mikako, and that makes it very likely that she isn't the culprit, but goddamn, what the heck is going on?
Obvious.
Yes.
It's too fucking obvious.
It's so obvious Mikado doesn't want it anymore.
Yeah. Alright, let's get into this and see what the hell is going on.
Yes. Trial in session. Why can we see the walls from this point?
I hate it.
Yes.
Now then, let's start with a brief explanation of the class trial. The outcome of the class trial is decided by your votes. If you point out the Blackens, then only they will get punished. But if you pick the wrong person, then I'll punish everyone except the Blackens, and the one who deceived everyone will graduate proudly. Now you may start with... The culprit is Kurakawa. Nothing more to see here.
Teria, I know you want to get through this fast, but...
I pat his head and I ruffle his stupid spiky ahoge and I tell him to go to timeout because god damn it. Oh, you started already. Well, it doesn't matter. Please discuss things carefully.
Wait a minute, Teria. We've only just started.
It's just the beginning and nothing more, right? Before, Mekaru was the first person to investigate, but now, how can you prove it? It's a class trial. The culprit is still Kurakawa. You all know that, don't you? At the time, Yuki and Mekaru found the body. Kurakawa was bloody at the scene. Besides, everyone except Kurakawa were together. Oh, Tori, calm down a little. As Maida said, we're just starting. Wouldn't it be better to sort things out? No, I'm perfectly calm right now. This is different from before. I mean, it's a conclusion after a thorough analysis, not a call-out of desire to escape reality. Of course. I also think Mikako is the most suspicious, but...
Oh, girl. How are we gonna get you out of this one?
I don't know.
At this point, I think this really is just Monokuma's trap and he's trying to get her executed.
But if that's the case, that means that it wouldn't count as against us because he wants her dead. Which would be really fucked up, but, you know.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Nope.
Calm your bullshit. It looks exactly the same as before, so stop and let's begin the discussion.
What do you mean? Isn't Kurakawa the culprit?
Of course, I also see Kurakawa as the main suspect, but currently Teria is being too forward. It's a requirement to have at least a discussion. For now, it would be better to convince Teria.
Non-stop debate.
Let's listen to Tutorial-san.
I love these stupid little interjections. They're really funny.
I don't think anything new will be added, so I think we can continue on.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so what are the truth bullets? Everyone's alibi, clean knife, balaclava, Mikako's clean private room.
Oh, Tori, calm down. I'm not done talking. She was bloodied at the scene. I mean, there's even more evidence in this.
Stupid. Your life is at stake. Can't you take responsibility for it?
It's because you don't need to see it. Besides, there's more evidence that you can't dismiss. Have you forgotten? Kurakawa was holding a kitchen knife. If you're not a culprit, why are you holding a knife? Kurakawa, you killed Kisaragi with a knife!
Nope.
Of course it was the last one, too.
Yep.
Easy.
Teria, just because she was holding a kitchen knife doesn't mean that she's the culprit.
What are you talking about? No matter how you look at it, she was carrying a weapon. I'm not sure you can even cook in there. He's not wrong, but at the same fucking time, god damn it.
Man, way to break the mood.
Oh, I love this little dumbass.
No, you can tell by looking at the body of Kisaragi, the victim of this case. Kisaragi wasn't stabbed to death by this knife. It is also specified in the Monokuma file. There were no special wounds other than a hole in his chest. Right, and crucially, there was not a drop of blood on the knife. No sign of stabbing anyone.
That's true. Sorry for forcing this. But then, what was the kitchen knife for? Unless she was set up in a murder.
I won't deny that issue with you. I admit that Kurokawa is suspicious to the end, but that doesn't mean that you can just blindly conclude that she's the culprit.
I know. I'm sorry. Without knowing, I let my habit run wild again. I didn't grow at all. I don't think I did.
Now.
No, it's because we all understand it.
Are you done now? Then let's start with the case.
Wait! Can we stop for 1 minute before that?
What else?
Well, that thing. That one next to Monokuma. What is that? It's just fucking portrait, my guy.
Come on, Monokuma, that ain't even a cross. That ain't an X or a cross or anything.
He's just like puts the Kisaragi symbol on his face.
Man, no consistency here.
Nah, it's alright. The other game does this too. It's kind of a running gag. Why is Kisaragi's portrait over there? Oh, this? Well, don't mind it. I couldn't help it because there wasn't a seat space for him.
You never intended for him to take part in a trial in the first place, did you?
Nope. As evident to what he's saying here.
I'm kinda mad about that.
Basically what this means is he was intended to be a victim from the start. That's why he was the motive. Which is really fucked up, but okay.
A seat.
Kisaragi was originally a person who never entered a class trial room, so he had a reserved seat. Hey! Don't talk about anything that has nothing to do with the trial. Come on, start the discussion right now.
Suddenly angry.
I mean, we started talking about them again and again. We can't help it. I'm not saying that class trials are top priority right now. Since the case hasn't been sorted out, right? Let's get started. That's okay.
First, the victim in this case is Kisaragi. The incident happened this morning.
Everyone was there except Mikako.
Yeah, at that moment, Kisaragi's behavior suddenly became a little strange, and he ran to the 5th floor looking for Kurokawa.
It was as if he had become a different person. What was Kisaragi's true identity anyway?
That's fine and all, it doesn't have anything to do with this case. I would like to know, because we can, but we can't because he's dead. So let's just forget about it. In any case, we sensed something strange was happening and hurried to the 5th floor to chase after Kisaragi. Only then...
The 5th floor was already bloody. Something already happened. At that time, Mikaru gave instructions to me and Akane, didn't she? I was to go check Kinjo and Akane to check the bloodstains in the lab.
Yeah, and besides Kinjo, we were able to get some crucial clues from the lab, including that there was nothing wrong with him.
Crucial clues? What was in the lab?
Sweet summer child.
Oh, my boy. You're not ready for this.
That's for later. Let's organize the case first. First, Maeda and I tried to enter the bloodstained record room, but we could not open the door. Sure enough, a password was required to enter the records.
That's right. You told me when we investigated the 5th floor.
However, it seemed certain that something had happened in the records, and while we were thinking about what to do, so Mikado took me to the ballroom. Surprisingly, the white cloth in the ballroom was connected to the 2nd floor, and the door you see when you hold the cloth and go up to was directly connected to the back door of the record room.
When Tyra and I were about to enter the records, we were told to go back to the ballroom. I wondered if the ballroom and records were connected somehow. So in the end, the cloth was tied up by the culprit, right?
That's right. This means that the culprit had to do the same to get into the records. The culprit mustn't have known the password either.
It's only natural, isn't it? It's a facility that was originally in this building, and we don't know anything about the facility at all, including the killer.
I thought so too, but Mikado said that the culprit might know the password. Let's talk about it later because it's important, but not now. Anyway, when we entered the room through the ballroom, Yamato Kisaragi was dead. And in front of the dead Yamato Kisaragi, that woman, Mikako Kurokawa, was standing there covered in blood. Girl, you really need to say something sometime this class trial.
I have a feeling that she's just not gonna.
Girl, I don't really want you to see you sacrifice for no reason.
I don't either.
For now, this is the overview of the case.
Yeah. Everyone except for Mikako. That's right. I'm sorry I didn't even want to discuss it earlier, and I'm sorry, no matter how I look at it, no one can commit the crime, other than Kurokawa.
However, if the criminal fails to deceive us in a class trial in their own way, they'll be put to death. Is it really that easy to commit a crime?
Is there some kind of trick we don't know about? Come to think of it, didn't you mention that Mikaru found a crucial clue a while ago? What's wrong with the laboratory? Oh, my boy.
It's an important clue, but it's hard to figure out the whole case with that alone. What I found in the lab, yeah, that's what we're discussing now. When I went to check it out after hearing it from Akane. And the lab was...
Probably the pile of flesh.
Yeah, the pile of flesh and
I think we're going with the flesh first because he's specifying what Akane told him and she didn't tell him about the text.
Alright. Okay. Mikaru, you're talking about the piece of bloody flesh that was in the lab?
Flesh? Human flesh?
Yeah, I heard from Akane and went to check it out myself. That flesh was probably from Kisaragi's chest. Moreover, Teria, you should have entered the laboratory before the announcement went off.
No, that's... I didn't see it. I was in a hurry. Is that so? I was also surprised when I first found it. The fact that Kisaragi's flesh was in there means that Kisaragi was killed in the laboratory, right? That's it? I mean, he wasn't murdered in the records? But even if that's the case, isn't it impossible for anyone other than Kurokawa to commit the crime?
Well, that's not the case, but the place where he was killed can be a very important clue.
If you don't know who the culprit is, it's silly.
Hey, Teria, do you seem a bit dissatisfied? You're so full of yourself just because I decided to cooperate with you, aren't you? Ooh.
Clapping, babe.
Hmm.
No! It's not really like that. I'm sorry, I'll stay quiet.
In the end, no matter what I say, it comes down to the conclusion that it's impossible to commit a crime except for Kurokawa. But I can't conclude without knowing anything at all like this. The biggest obstacle in this case is... Let's talk about that with everyone. Alrighty.
Alright.
Static gas,
Oh,
rec room
5?
door, Saragi handbook, bloody card.
Even if we try to organize the case, the result won't be any different. Even if Kisaragi was killed in the lab. Only Kurokawa can commit the crime.
If there's someone who can commit the crime except this woman...
But after Kisaragi left the dining hall until his body was found, we were always together. Akane and I went out for a bit, but we came back in a hurry. When we arrived on the 5th floor, something already happened, right?
Hold on, we need to discuss this in further detail. Oh boy.
I think we absorbed the blue one because I think you have an ability that actually showed you what the right answer was.
Indeed, the biggest obstacle is Kurokawa. As Teria said, can it be decided that Kurokawa is the culprit? No, we have to do everything we can. Let's think about what each of us was doing when the incident occurred. Ah, so really like...
Oh, so we're not absorbing it, we're consenting. So, yeah, the bullet you have is correct. I think it's the highlighted one, where with everyone's alibi and we were always together. I think that's where you shoot it.
So...
Interesting that you managed to get the ability where it highlights the right answer, but I don't remember us doing that. I thought that was... No, Kincho's ability is loading it early. I'm trying to remember whose ability that is. It's gonna drive me nuts, because I know it's not Kisaragi's. Kisaragi's is the reason we have the infinite talk up there.
I also wonder how we got the 5th health bar.
Kanata. We repurchased her ability. And I think didn't we also purchase Kakeru's?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's the reason.
As Akane said, no matter what the clues are, it cannot be denied that we were together at the time of the incident. We'll have to work this out in order to see the truth.
Well, wait a minute. Why is the story suddenly going towards the direction of, except for Kurokawa, there's a culprit among us? Thank you for the counter. If the alibis are perfect, Doesn't common sense say that Kurokawa is the culprit? Why is culprit Kurokawa gradually moving away from the suspect list?
She isn't really, but this is suspicious as hell, boy.
Yeah, extremely. But I can't see him doing anything either, is the problem. I can't see anyone here doing anything.
Why? Because frankly, it's too easy if Mikako Kurokawa wins. It's almost like someone is trying to blame Mikako Kurokawa for the charges instead. I'm also in agreement. Something is fishy. It's a class trial where your life is lost if you make a single mistake. You need to think more if you're not 100% sure.
We're being too blunt. Aren't you just scared? Maida, Mikaru, normally you trusted the clues pointing to the culprit and gave the answer.
Foul play exists.
Yeah, it's true. Why are you afraid of... Why are you being so careful this time? It's the alibis and the blood. Besides, there's even evidence about the bed sheets, so anyone can tell that the culprit is...
Don't be such a stick in the mud. It's full of complications. Do you want to annoy me right now? Or what? Are you the killer?
You can't do that! Don't joke like that! Hey, Otori, just the bedsheet? What do you mean by that?
Alright, Akane doesn't know about this. The bedsheets, of course. That was the clue Teria gave us at the end of the investigation. The place where Teria took us was...
Bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just before the investigation time was over, Teria called Mikado and me in a hurry and took us somewhere else. The place Teria took us was Kurokawa's private room.
Mikako's room? Yes, I stopped by my room before the trial started, and I was getting impatient. I noticed Kurokawa's room was wide open.
Though I must say that is also a little suspicious, but I also can't see him do it.
I think he's gullible enough to, like, go and check something out that's abnormal without, like, thinking it through.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he was in his room, and then he's like, hey, that door's not normally open. And then he scuttled over there, and he's like, what the fuck? And then he was like, well, I guess I'll check it out because the trial's about to start. We don't have time. So he goes in, and he's like, oh shit, that's weird. Maybe I should go get the two smart people on our crew to figure this out. That's how I see him reacting to this, because he's fucking harmless. There's no way he did anything.
I agree.
So I looked inside for a moment. Kurokawa's room didn't have any bed sheets.
What?
You're surprised? Why would you be? And so suddenly.
Huh. You haven't said anything and just stood there still. What's this all of a sudden? Nothing. No.
Well, we know the bed sheets are gone, but what does that mean?
Akane, there was a white cloth hanging from the second floor of the ballroom. Didn't you think you've seen it somewhere?
I think I saw... Ah, maybe the cloth was a bedsheet from our private rooms?
Yeah, it's probably the bedsheet from Kurokawa's room.
But that's really conclusive evidence, isn't it? Like Mikako's reaction a while ago. At this point, even I can't stop thinking of it now.
No, I think it's more likely that Mikako Kurokawa is not the killer.
Huh? Is there a reason?
Fools! Just think about it. Let's say the woman used the bedsheet and hung it on the ballroom. Then, even if she hides that fact, she leaves the door wide open until time runs out. Don't you think that's weird?
That may have been because the incident took place in such a short time. They may have forgotten it.
Forget it. Besides, that's the only reason we have. When I briefly looked around the dormitory after chasing Yamato Kisaragi, and there was no sign that the door to Mikako Kurokawa's room was open. I didn't look closely, but the door from the dormitory to the school side and Kurokawa's room goes in a straight line, so you can see it without getting close. As you said, you claimed that the door was wide open, right?
Actually, when I took you and Maida, it was wide open.
Yes, I saw it. It's like trying to show that the door was open. Wait a minute. Then Kurokawa couldn't have opened the door? If she comes back and opens the door right after we chased Kisaragi, we would have inevitably run into each other. So that's what I'm saying. In short, the door to Mikako Kurokawa's room was opened. It sounds like it was one of us.
Then, you mean that person is the culprit?
That's very likely. Using Mikako Kurokawa's bedsheet for the crime, they intentionally left the door open as if to show us. Isn't it plausible if the goal is to cover up all the charges against Mikako Kurokawa? Actually, we kept doubting Kurokawa till the end.
No, but it's just a pendulum. Even if there's another culprit in our midst, it's impossible to commit a crime other than Kurokawa on an alibi.
That's, well... Hey, Mikako Kurokawa, would you care to join the discussion now? Actually, hearing your testimony is the most important thing. You didn't say a word during the investigation. What you went through at the time of the incident holds the key to this case. Girl, you need to say things.
I agree, she does, but I really don't think she will.
Sorry, I do not know.
Mikako. Damn it, Kurokawa. Are you the culprit? A victim? I'm starting to get confused. Hey, I wish you could say something like this. But is there a possibility that she killed him? As in the case of Kobashikawa a while ago. Was made into a self-made play. There's no way, considering the nature of his wounds.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Yamato Kisaragi was unable to commit a series of crimes, so it is unreasonable to start by opening the door to the private room we just talked about a while ago.
Someone is trying to cover up the charges against Kurokawa. I understand. Everyone has an alibi, so it becomes impossible to commit a crime. How did they open up Mikako's room in the first place? Did they even steal the key? No. What I think happened is I think Monokuma opened the door while everyone was upstairs.
Yep.
Because he was in a hurry to leave the Monokuma file, and then he just fucked off. What I think what happened after he put the Monokuma file down was during the investigation, I think he opened the door.
Yep.
So that there was, air quotes, more evidence. And he also didn't actually do anything when he found them in her room. So I'm like, I think he opened the door.
Yep.
I think Monokuma did it.
I also agree there's no other way, really.
Yeah, because based on what Mikaru's saying, when she passed to go upstairs, that door was closed. And everyone was heading up there. And then suddenly when Terry is downstairs, it's open again. And he's not close enough to open her door.
Yep.
He's not close enough with her to do that. So that only leaves Monokuma.
Monokuma sus.
Super sus.
Guys, doesn't the alibi get things complicated? Why don't we discuss the method of the crime, assuming the culprit is a seventh person, eh?
Seventh person, eh?
I don't think we are going to progress if we ever continue with the alibis like this. Let's assume that there's a person named A who can roam freely, other than us. Let's talk about the method of the crime first.
See, even that explanation alone makes me think Monokuma.
Yeah. I agree. I'm ashamed that a talented person such as me is not sure about this at all.
Yeah, I think this would be good too. Come to think of it, I think I heard a similar thing from Mikako last time too. Approaching from the other side of the case based on the testimony that has already been given without considering the truth or falsehood of a testimony. Did you remember all that?
Yeah, we can't give up just because we're stuck in one place. Let's designate a hypothetical person who can commit the crime, and discuss the method of the crime assuming that person's pattern.
Here's another thought, though.
Hmm?
And I'll say it after the non-stop debate, but I just had another thought about
Really
the
putting
room
all of
thing.
them out of there.
Yeah. If there's a person who can freely roam, preparing for a crime wouldn't be difficult.
Killing Yamato Kisaragi without the blame of Mikako Kurokawa is no easy feat.
They kill Kisaragi first and then spill blood in the hallway, right? And somehow they stole Mikaku-chan's bedsheet. They even prepared a way to get to the records from the dance hall.
If Mikako Kurokawa really was taken advantage of, by some means they must have kidnapped that woman. Ah.
Oh, it's an absorb one.
Otherwise you wouldn't be standing next to a dead body.
The problem lies in that this happened within 15 minutes for all the events to take place. Even if Mr. A is... It's not that easy to commit this crime.
I don't think I have to absorb anything. The anesthetic gas can be used to kidnap.
That's true.
Person A, the criminal, must have done something to make Kurokawa look like the criminal, besides simply killing Kisaragi. In order to figure that out, they would have to be able to control Kurokawa at will, and it would have been necessary to relatively incapacitate them. Let's think about that.
I think it is the anesthetic gas. I think you're right. On the by some means. Honestly, the tracks in both games are good. I did hear something that there might be a new track in game 2 as well.
Oh?
Because one of the songs in game 2, like mid-game, causes a copyright claim.
Ah. Yeah, that's a
so
problem.
They want to replace it because they know people are going to stream it.
Mikado, by some means. I thought about it. Wouldn't it be possible if they used that? The anesthetic gas, I mean.
Anesthetic? What's that?
Akane, didn't you see it when you went to the lab? A strange can, the same thing that was rolling around like last time. I heard it from Mikado and thought, it's gotta be the anesthetic gas. Let's compress anesthetic gas in form of a grenade. If you're exposed to it, your body will temporarily become numb and your nerves will not function properly.
What? Where did they get such a dangerous thing?
Maybe it's from the arsenal in the ballroom, because the arsenal itself was still open after all, since Kinjo also brought a pistol from there.
If you use that anesthetic gas, Kisaragi as well as Mikako can be neutralized.
That's true. Still, Kisaragi went looking for Kurokawa, so there's a good chance they were together at that point. After immobilizing the two of them, Kisaragi is the axis, and if you make Kurokawa splash blood and stand in front of the corpse, in theory it would be like this case.
It's not about fainting, it's just paralyzing. But if that's true, wouldn't Kurokawa see the culprit?
That's true, but if you use a tool that can hide your identity, it's not a problem at all. Still, it's a bit strange that Kurokawa won't tell us what happened to her, but...
Wait a second! I have a problem other than this. Once you use the anesthetic gas, you mean moving two people from the laboratory to the record room, right? Even if there's only one, isn't it difficult to move two people at all by yourself?
Card.
The cards, yeah.
That would also explain why Mikako was splattered with blood, because she was transported together.
Because she was like on top of him, yeah.
Oh gee. That while
That's
conscious.
so gross.
She probably would have wanted to faint or something.
Yeah. I agree as well. Besides, in that short time before we came up...
The anesthetic gas was used in a laboratory. That means that two people who were in the lab were brought up to the record room. Just as it was mentioned. It is difficult to move one person, but it would be a challenge to move two people in a short time. But it wouldn't be impossible. There must be a shortcut to move two people at once. The proof of this is...
Art.
No, there's an easy way to transport two people by your own. You just need to use the cart.
A cart?
Haven't you seen it while you searched the records? There was a cart that was supposed to be used to transport something. And that was also bloody.
Also, wait, I have a problem with this. Even though it does kind of fit, but I have a problem with it. Wait. You remember how, like, if you use the code and it senses two people there, it would shut off? Monokuma doesn't have a heartbeat. If the cart was used, only Monokuma could do that.
That's right, unless they somehow just push the cart with force into the thing and then... But no, that
yeah, but then
also
you'd have to
work.
evade this. Yes, but you'd have to evade the sensor. This is so fucking weird. I remember. Wasn't that originally at the entrance of the lab?
That's right. Surprisingly, the place where the anesthetic gas was supposed to be deployed was also the laboratory. I can think of only one possibility that the cart in the lab got bloodstained after being used to the records.
In order to move Kisaragi and Kurokawa.
That's right. If you use the cart to transport it, you can easily move two people without any effort. By raising Kurokawa, including Kisaragi's corpse, they were able to overturn the charges against Kurokawa. Queen, don't do this to me.
She's doing it to you.
I hate this minigame.
She's about to beat our ass like we always wanted, but I didn't want it this way, please!
Not this way. Wait.
Also, she's got a good voice.
Yes, she does. Wait, you've been talking like a cool guy for a while now, but... Did you think this through? What's wrong, Mikado? Is there something wrong with what I said? If, as you say, the case was so easy, I wouldn't say anything. However, there is a fallacy in your claim. Please don't confuse me with incorrect information. Just stay still.
Well... Time to slash teacher words!
I think I remember everything about this terrible minigame.
Considering how much it has traumatized you, I would hope so.
save me from this burden.
It's alright, Rina. It'll be over soon. Alright, so what fucking knives do we have?
Chest hole here.
Chest hole, Kisaragi's dying message, his handbook, the rec room door, and the ballroom cloth.
Probably a rec room door?
Depends on what she's saying.
Object in the laboratory?
We picked 2 people to carry the records, as you said. Oh my god, why'd you have to go sideways?
Unless you know the password.
Oh, it's the handbook!
Nah! God damn it.
It's the fucking handbook, and of course it was right there!
Please start over. As long as there's evidence of a card, it should be clear that it was used for transport. But Mikado's argument is not wrong either, because it's true that the card was in the records. It's certainly unrealistic to climb on a bedsheet rope with a card carrying 2 people, but the card was still found in a record room. If so, maybe is that? That evidence I got from someone might be helpful for this.
Okay, so it's the fucking handbook on, unless you know the password, I guess.
Yes.
Good god, she wasn't fucking around though.
Nope.
How quickly she pushed you off the screen.
G.
She was just like, no.
Ooh, thankfully, I have infinitive energy now.
Yeah, this and Urehara's skill make this really easy.
At least I can survive now.
I was really glad as soon as I figured out Kisaragi's skill. I'm like, no, we are completely focusing on this nerd.
Yes. But wait, Mikado, what if it actually wasn't like that? What? Take a look at this. Do you know what this is?
40430? What is this number? Moreover, this is bloody, right?
You don't mean... That's right. It's the password to the records.
What? What? Mada, did you know the password?
No, I'm still not sure. I haven't been able to check if it's the real password of the records, but I think the chances are high. Where did you find it? When I was investigating, Kurokawa gave it to me. Right, Kurokawa?
No. Why is she going silent? She needs to say something, or else we're gonna look suspicious.
Yeah. Please give an answer.
Then Mikako knew the password?
Well, I don't know about that, but because Kurokawa also found it on Kisaragi's body.
Then there's the possibility that the culprit also got the password from Kisaragi.
That's right. If you could go in and out of the records through the front door, wouldn't it be easy to transport 2 people by cart from the lab to the records?
Oh no.
She didn't like that.
That's incredible, Maida!
I think she just doesn't like that Kurokawa's not confirming what she did, and now she's suspicious of us.
It seems that the method of the crime has been finally grasped. So now, if we could only identify the criminal...
Oh boy.
Is that really true?
Eh? What do you mean? What do you mean, Mikaru?
I kept thinking it was suspicious, but I'm getting more and more suspicious now. What are you talking about? Well, it's that the culprit is talking about someone. Yuki Maeda, that's you.
No, it's not. Please. Okay. All right. I have to interject. Mikako's super suspicious now. It's like she gave us that evidence to sway the crime onto us. Because she's not interjecting at all right now.
We shall see. Maybe she will object later on. Maybe she looked horrified because she knew once he talked about it, he would be suspected. We don't know yet. But we also don't know why she isn't talking.
Yeah. Either way, I'm squinting right at her.
Huh? Sorry, boy. Huh?
Suspended already, yep.
So you're telling me that we might be able to do the entire trial in one part?
I did tell you how short it was.
Yeah, but I expected more talking to pad it.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get talking, just not in this half.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. Then I guess we can just continue on, because it would feel weird to have a 40-minute part for a class trial. That's just wrong.
Alright, let's go.
Me? The culprit.
Why is it like this all of a sudden?
To be honest, I've been suspicious of this guy since the incident. However, since the alibis were so difficult for the case itself, I could not make sure with certainty. But Maeda revealing that password was a wrong move. You went and dug your own grave.
It wasn't ours to begin with, please.
No, wait. Why are you doubting me? I didn't do anything. If you don't know, I'll tell you. The most difficult issue that bothered us the most in our alibis were the whereabouts of Mikako Kurukawa, right? Then Mikako Kurukawa went to investigate the 5th floor before Yamato Kisaragi left the dining hall. But the one who said that was Maeda. That's right.
Ah, fuck.
The rest of us, except for Maeda, have no way of knowing what Mikako Kurukawa was doing. Now you get it?
Huh? That means... You mean Maeda lied?
What are you talking about? There's no evidence. If you're the killer, you can manipulate Mikako's whereabouts to your liking. For example, he may have lured Yamato Kisaragi to the 5th floor by falsely claiming that she went to the 5th floor. But instead, Mikako Kurukawa might have been caught in another place.
I might know why she's not talking. I think she's trying to get back at us for this morning.
That would be super petty, though.
It would be petty if she had nothing to gain from it. If she has something to gain, then her pinning this on him is kind of smart.
It would be, but somehow, I can't see her as that kind of person.
It's so weird. This case is missing so many pieces, but we're already near the end of it.
I have a feeling Yuki's gonna get executed, and because he's lucky, he's gonna get away with it.
Who knows?
Why would I do that? There's no benefit. Then what? Then what's the notebook with the password on it? You got it from Mikako Kurukawa? Don't you think that's too convenient? If it was handed over to you during the investigation, why didn't you say anything?
This was also a bad move on his part. He should have said it sooner.
Yeah. I don't know, I just told you the truth. If you're suspicious, you can ask Kurukawa, who will not say anything.
Mikako, is it true?
Girl.
Are you avoiding our eyes?
Kurokawa? Either way, there's something else that you're suspicious of. When we all followed Kisaragi to the 5th floor, you were the last one to arrive. In other words, even if we've been together all this time, when you finally arrived on the 5th floor, your alibi disappeared for a very short time. Yes, to give a proper example, it would be possible to go to Kurokawa's private room from the dormitory in the meantime, install the rope in the ballroom, leave the door open, and so on. The whereabouts of the key will need to be discussed in more detail, of course. And that's how easily you can get suspicious without doing anything wrong.
And since Mekaru overanalyzes everything, he can't get a word in.
Yes.
Hold on a minute! Isn't it strange that the sheets were hung on the ballroom back then? By the time we got to the 5th floor, it was already after the incident, right?
That's not weird at all. If you knew the password, you wouldn't have to go to the record room through the hallway. So in conclusion, the bed sheets in the ballroom was for camouflage. You thought that receiving the password from Mikako Kurokawa would strengthen Mikako's suspicions. It's rather counterproductive to show it here now, don't you think? No, why do you think I'm the culprit? I mean, I don't know the password. I really got it from Kurokawa. And as Mikado said, even if you go to the ballroom or leave the door open while you have an alibi for a short time, the crime itself is impossible. Because the incident had already happened when we arrived on the 5th floor.
Mekaru, Maida's right. No matter how much you prepare to commit a crime, the person who killed in the end becomes the Blackened. Hatano used that point to become the Blackened instead of Tyra.
The person who killed last after preparing everything becomes the Blackened. I see. Teria, you did a good job.
No!
This could also be a reason Maida is a suspect in reverse.
He just gave her another reason to keep. God damn it, Teria.
What do you mean?
Simply put, they may be accomplices. Maeda, who did the final blow to Kisaragi directly, and Mikako Kurokawa, an accomplice. Who prepared for the crime. If you do this, the contradiction in this case can also be explained.
What? Kurokawa was an accomplice?
That can't be. Neither Kurokawa or me had any reason to kill. Even though Kurokawa can act as an accomplice, it's impossible for me to deliver the final blow to Kisaragi.
That's right, because we don't even know the weapon yet.
Really? Is there no law saying that you have to be there in order to deliver the final strike? It was the same with the science lab. When Uehara killed Inori, isn't it?
Ah, remote killing. That was it.
Yamato Kisaragi's corpse had no ordinary wound. The huge hole was enough to pierce the entire body. Most likely the weapon was a bomb. And bombs are relatively optimal for remote killing. There isn't a reason for the perpetrator to face the victim. Oh, Yuki, you're really getting it now.
No way! Maida is the culprit? But there's no contradiction in Mekaru's words.
I'm the culprit. How did this happen? Because of showing the password? And why is Kurokawa keeping quiet? It will be difficult if this goes on. I'm not the culprit. If they vote for me like this, everyone will die because of an incorrect answer. I have to prove my innocence at whatever cost for everyone. Oh boy.
This is going to be interesting.
Yes. Private room.
Oh my, why do you gotta give us so much evidence?
If Mikako Kurokawa is an accomplice, then the case can be explained. Like the culprit is Mikako Kurokawa, but it was Yuki Maeda who installed the bomb. If she performed all kinds of tricks and only the final blow is done by Maeda, Yuki Maeda's culprit theory is a certain possibility.
Transporting them with the anesthetic gas on the cart, which we mentioned earlier was something that, yeah. Then the murder itself was done by Yuki? But why Maeda?
The motive is unknown, but it's the most likely explanation.
And if Yuki and Kurokawa, then the new password for the records room, right? Then Yuki oh my god, y'all are going so fucking fast! Oh! It's the door! We use the door right there. We use the rec room door.
A well-crafted trick, but it had a long trail.
It can't be Maeda!
I am the culprit and Kurokawa is the accomplice. That's ridiculous. Where's the benefit of being the accomplice in the first place? Before that, I have to convince everyone somehow. There must still be facts that I know that the others don't about this case. There might be a clue to an objection. I know that
if you think about it, all the other truth bullets we've used, except for the rec room door. That one.
Ooh.
Wow. Yay!
Wait, that's impossible. It makes no sense to commit the crime into the records.
Eh? What do you mean? If you knew the password, why wouldn't you go in?
No, there's one thing you guys don't know about the records. The records do not open by simply knowing the password.
How then?
I learned this when the 5th floor was opened after Satsuki's execution, but there were a few rules regarding the access to the records. First, that only one person can enter the record room. Second, it won't open if someone is already inside. And third, if 2 or more enter at the same time, a bullhead will come down. Unless you follow this rule, the door will not open even if you enter the password correctly.
What the heck are those? I didn't know those rules. Maeda, aren't you lying again to get away from the suspect list?
Nah. No, this is a fact I learned with Mikado when we first investigated the 5th floor. Mikado, I don't think you have forgotten, have you?
She knows we're right.
What Maeda said is true. I haven't seen it with my own eyes, but it's probably true since Monokuma informed us. As long as these rules exist, it's impossible for Kurokawa to act as an accomplice. No, not just Kurokawa, it's impossible for anyone. As long as Kisaragi is in the record room, entering or leaving the records is impossible. Nah, that's wrong. Heartbeat.
It is wrong. It is wrong.
Yeah, that does make sense. Maeda's not the culprit.
Wait! Just because you can't answer through the front door of the records doesn't mean that doesn't mean the possibility of a crime disappears, right? You could have entered through the ballroom. If you can't get in when someone is inside, don't you have to go do the groundwork first, then put only Kisaragi in there?
That's... No, if it becomes that much trouble, the chances are rather low. They'll be caught up on the 5th floor before they even finish the job.
Is that so? It didn't take that long for us to get to the 5th floor.
So you're saying that all the reasoning we've been doing was a guess?
Well, me becoming the culprit and Kurokawa the accomplice, I was shocked because it was so sudden. There's no benefit from being an accomplice, and there was no reason for me to kill. What are you talking about, Maeda? The charges against you have not been resolved yet. What? I obviously heard about the records with you, but I think you forgot an important detail. Do you not remember? When we were given the explanation, Monokuma made it clear. It checks the heart rate of the person inside in order to limit the entry. Yeah.
They're gonna talk about what I said.
Hmm.
Really? So... What do you mean?
The door does not open when someone is inside, however, the condition doesn't apply if the person inside is a corpse. It's not about distinguishing what is human, but a human whose heart is beating.
Then that means... That means that Kisaragi was already in the record room? It sounds like you can go in and out by yourself if you know the password.
Then... Am I right, Monokuma?
Yeah, that's right. Theoretically, more than 2 people can fit in the archives if the person inside is already dead, or someone who can have their heart stopped on purpose.
Well then, do you have anything to object to, Yuki Maeda?
I do. Why the fuck did Monokuma say it like that? If you can have your heart stopped on purpose.
That sure is a thing to say.
What was the reason for that detail? Anyway, I was skeptical at first, but if the evidence supports it up to this point, the only culprit is Yuki. Is this a lie? Maeda? You committed murder?
Wait a minute, wait! No, I'm really innocent. Mikharu, think again. Do I really look like a murderer? Look me straight in the eyes and say it. Maeda, to be honest, I still have a lot of questions, and I'm not convinced. But there's no answer other than this reasoning. As long as my life is at stake, I can't get involved in trivial emotions.
At first, I knew Kurokawa had to be the culprit. Yet, the actions of leaving evidence on your own hands doesn't explain that kind of behavior.
It can't be. No, this isn't... Wait, Kurokawa, don't stay still and say something. You too are being called an accomplice. You are the only one who can prove my innocence.
Don't tell her that. Don't tell her that. Not after this morning. You cannot say that to her.
Don't you guys think it's weird too? Originally, she spoke a few words, but in this class trial, Kurokawa has been strangely speechless. It's strange she doesn't say a word even when she's being accused of being an accomplice. Well, I do admit that. Kurokawa, I'm begging you, please. If this ends in my death, it will mess everything up. I am not the culprit. And you're not an accomplice either, so please tell them something. That's a face. That sure is a face. Kurokawa? Maybe you were right after all. Stop it, Maeda. I believe it's over now.
What are you talking about, Mikako?
I'm sorry for keeping quiet, but I can't deceive you anymore. I will tell you all the truth now.
Kurokawa? You have a different tone than usual now.
It is as you guys guessed. I am the accomplice who caused the murder by helping Yuki Maeda. This is weird.
Huh? What?
Kurokawa? What are you talking about now? Yuki, you instructed me not to say anything, but it seems there's no escape now. Wait a moment, he told you not to talk. And you're not using your slow tone as usual. What kind of change is this all of a sudden? I don't know what to say because it's unfair to me, but I'm one of the victims. Yuki did something to me. I felt threatened.
She's not lying there though, fuck.
I had no choice but to do as Yuki told me. What? What are you...
Nonsense! Maida? Threatened? By Maida?
Hold on, so that means you were intimidated by Yuki Maeda, so you had no choice but to help in a crime, and you were accused of committing a crime against yourself, and you were used as much as you could. But after our reasoning, when Yuki Maeda was put in a corner, did you mean that you could decide to betray Yuki Maeda, who seemed no longer likely to win, and tell the truth? It makes no sense. Yes, if Yuki loses the trial, I will live, and Yuki will be executed. If that's the case, it's okay, even if you catch the blackened. If so, why didn't you reveal it in the first place? I was scared. Yuki's terrifying fear was imprinted in me. I couldn't open my mouth. And at the time of the incident, according to Yuki's plan, I was accused of being the culprit. I thought you wouldn't believe me if I insisted like that. Well, that's for certain. In that situation, if you claim that someone else is the culprit, your suspicion would only increase.
Now it's all over. Maida's disappointment is so great that he doesn't even have the energy to speak anymore.
This is so weird. This doesn't feel like Mikako.
All will be explained in due time. That is all I can tell you. But now that I'm seeing this part again, I know exactly why she's doing this. Voting time. Wait! Something is wrong! Mikako is being strange, and everything is weird!
You are correct.
Can't we think about it again? Let's talk a little more. Oh, Yuki.
Yeah, he got backstabbed really badly.
Oh, buddy, you gotta snap out of it. Hey, guess what?
Oh.
Have a good time sitting here.
Oh boy.
Wait a minute, something is wrong with this!
It is not. Now that the accomplice came out, it's fact. You're not convinced, but you have to admit it. Yuki Maeda is the killer.
But what about the weapon? We don't know what the weapon is! We already explained remotely operating a bomb is something of the sort. Besides, even if it was a real bomb, it wouldn't be difficult to find traces after an explosion. If that's the case, then it's impossible to be Maida!
Even if the installation of the bomb, it's impossible that the rest of us didn't even know the password.
Above all else, Kurakawa admitted she was the accomplice. Stop it, Akane!
As you guys said, Maeda set up a bomb on the 5th floor yesterday. He detonated a bomb and killed Yamato Kisaragi. This is the truth. Ah, boy.
They do say the same thing each time.
Do I have to wait it out, or what do I have to do here?
Yeah, you gotta wait.
Good thing I have a speed up button.
No, it's fine.
Ah! Thank you, Akane.
The girl ever!
Thank you for doing the work for us.
Wait! Maida is not the killer!
How long are you going to stick up for him? We're not the ones who can give the answer. It's the evidence and reasoning. The evidence is showing the answer.
No! You guys said it, didn't you? Maida was the one who installed the bomb and gave the final blow. But it's impossible for Maida to install anything!
Why?
If Maida did install something, he must have done it the day before the incident, right? But yesterday was the day before the incident. I was on the 5th floor from morning until night. I searched every room as I had, like, I didn't take a break. What did you say? Don't lie to us.
No, it's not 100% reliable, but it's credible. I also saw Tyra on the 5th floor for a long time yesterday, and she testified that even when the incident with Kinjo occurred, she came late to her private room by herself, and that she was on the 5th floor all day.
However, no one came to the 5th floor until I came down after completing the investigation, and there was no sign of anything installed. Which means no one, including Maida, did anything on the 5th floor the day before.
Come on, your girl is arguing for you. Snap out of it.
How can you guarantee that? You may have missed it, or you might have gone from one place for a while. Wrong! Of course, I know my research skills are poor. But I can distinguish to a degree when a person's chest has been messed up.
I admit, it's my fault for acknowledging that you were desperately examining the 5th floor yesterday, knowing that you did. All day. It's a pity we can't prove it. But apart from this, I want to ask, why? Why are you covering for Yuki Maeda so much? Even though she already admitted that she's an accomplice and he's the culprit.
That's because I don't know.
It's wrong. It feels wrong. It's shit. It's no. It's no.
She knows him too well. It's strange for Maida to be the culprit like this.
It's because Maeda is the culprit. Tyra, do you have any sympathy? That guy threatened me and made me an accomplice.
Maida!
Boy is in shock.
Maida, calm down and answer me. You didn't do anything wrong, did you? Yuki Maida! Keep your head! Calm down and look into my eyes!
Maybe slap him.
They can't leave their positions, remember?
Ah, goddammit.
This is the most she can actually do, because she's not next to him. You didn't do anything wrong!
Maybe throw your headdress at him.
God damn, I would. Or like her, she has so many accessories.
Hmm.
Or, you know, her apron's long enough. All she's gotta do is unwrap it and then smack him with it. At least the strap would reach, I think.
He's got to,
Or she could, like, take off a shoe and chuck it at him.
so many options.
She has all these goddamn accessories. She could do something.
Akane.
Yes! Look at me in the eye and tell me. You are not the culprit. Maida didn't do anything the day before the incident.
But Kurokawa...
Are you the culprit? No? Just tell me that!
A culprit? I threatened Kurokawa and killed Kisaragi? No, I didn't do anything. It's not me who's weird, it's Kurokawa. I'm not the culprit.
Maida!
There is something weird. I swear, I didn't do anything. It's not me who's suspicious. It's Kurokawa.
What's going on?
As Akane testified, I have no memory of installing anything on the 5th floor, nor of threatening Kurokawa. But it's also true that Kurokawa said she was going to the 5th floor before breakfast this morning. Unless he was killed by some kind of remote method, at this point even Maeda can't commit the crime.
That's right! Maida is not the culprit! On the contrary, Mikako who suddenly gave us a strange testimony with such a frightening face is very suspicious. I mean, she does look completely out of character right now.
Yes.
I think one of them must be lying. Who the fuck do you think is lying, Teria? But who would that be?
Akane, I'm sorry. Thanks to you I woke up. It's all thanks to you.
Oh, you're finally giving me credit after supporting you for 5 fucking chapters? Wow, you're welcome, dumbass. It's no big deal. No need to apologize.
Girl, you deserve more credit.
I know. She does.
That's ugly, Maida. Do you even want to kill us and go outside too? What? Because of your usual behavior, the others took care of you and defended you. I hope you like that, but I'm not succumbing to your threats. I'll uncover the truth with everyone and execute you.
What? Why are you doing this, Mikako?
Taira, as you said, it looks like Maida didn't do anything the day before, but it was at night time that Maida placed a bomb on the 5th floor.
What?
Maida secretly installed the bomb at night time so he could do the kill the day before the incident. It's a fact that I heard directly from Maida, it's all true. I carried out your reasoning, and the kill itself was done by Maida. Kurokawa, you really...
If that's true, Yuki is the culprit. Akane only camped on the 5th floor until nighttime. As Kurokawa said in the end, Yuki really installed the bomb.
No. We followed the nighttime rule.
Nighttime rule? You know that talking about that is useless, right? We've been discussing nighttime at the class trials many times. Up until now. But without that coercion, our big alibis are completely useless. Oh no, Maida. I desperately believe that Maida is not the culprit.
I suddenly got very distracted.
Yeah?
For some reason I thought, oh man, what angst it would be if Yuki really was executed here. And then Kinjo later woke up and he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He would be so mad.
Well, here's the thing though. I think that Kinjo just can't participate in discussion. I think the execution would also carry to him too if, you know, Maida's not actually the Blackened, then everyone just fucking dies and Kinjo would just die in his sleep instead. Which, with him being my punching bag, I disagree. I would like him to be awake if that happens.
Yeah. But let's say if it was like a situation of Monokuma's meddling. Where it was Monokuma, where it would just execute whoever is picked at the end.
Oh my god.
He would be so mad.
He'd be pissed. I've used my head. I've done what I can. I'm out of options to defend you. But if we come all this way...
Akane, it's not me. Give up, Maeda. As long as I betrayed you as an accomplice, you can escape no matter what you do. I fully acknowledge the crime. Hold on. Mikako Kurokawa, aren't you a little weird?
Oh, thank you, wife. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for paying attention.
Please, thank you. What? It's too aggressive. Obviously, as you said, you became a criminal. You must have been a victim of threats. Right now, the situation between you and Maeda is on the contrary, putting pressure on Maeda to the point where you call him a villain. That's how much my anger towards Maeda turned up. What he did to me. I'll tell you that detail after Maeda's execution. I wonder who will be executed after a bit more time. What?
Ray, what do you mean?
Mikako Kurukawa testified a little while ago. During the day, it was impossible to set up the bomb because of Tyra, but it wasn't during the day, but at nighttime. That is a lie.
What? Kurakawa's side is lying?
Maida, Tyra, and Tori. I must say, I feel pity for you guys. From the day I decided to form a cooperative relationship with you, I've been imitating Kinjo's idea and monitoring you.
The string on the door. She did the string on the door. Smart cookie, I love her.
Not bad. Kinjo's idea? Uh-huh. I put a threat on you every night to check your alibi during nighttime hours, just like he did during Hatano's class trial.
Then Maida... About Maida going to the 5th floor at night.
Yes, that is a lie. Yesterday at nighttime, Maida's room was still. He didn't come out of his room at nighttime. Who are you?
Uh-oh.
Mikako, are you possessed?
Anyway. So, what? Why are you lying if you're an accomplice? Buddy, she's not the accomplice.
Well, perhaps the premise for being an accomplice was wrong.
That's... You mean...
Not an accomplice. An innocent person trying to escape by blaming me. He might be the real culprit.
Seriously? Kurakawa is the culprit? That's ridiculous.
Teria, at the beginning of the trial, you said that there would be none other than Kurukawa.
That's... At first I was, jumping to conclusions.
Wait.
Mikako?
I'm not the culprit. The culprit is Maeda. What a joke. If you rather stayed still, you testified that he moved at nighttime. I heard it directly from Maeda. But the work I did on the door proves that it's false. Maeda didn't do anything. That's it. Maeda also knew that the thread was directly attached. He also went out and restitched the thread. Ah, that's interesting. I put the thread at the exact 3.5 meter position on those revisiting mills, so you're telling me he knew exactly that and reattached the same place, right? That's right. Maeda calculated the exact height to which the thread was attached and reattached it at 3.5 centimeter. It's a lie to say it's 3.5 centimeter, you fool. To fall for such a simple trap, are you still lying? Tch. Kurukawa, why? In order to drive me to be the culprit. Noisy. I'm not the culprit. Why is this happening? I can't die here.
Mikako? Is this the Kurakawa Mikako we know?
No, I can't be the culprit. Stop, please. Stop asking me. Kurukawa. I'm not the killer. Why would you do this to me?
Here's the thing, I think she actually doesn't know how he died.
Huh. I'm not the culprit.
And I think she might know that Monokuma's setting her up. But wants to put the blame on someone else because she doesn't want to die.
But it doesn't make sense, really. Unless it
No,
really...
I know.
Hmm.
What's weird about this is if she tried to pass off that explanation, who would believe her? Because Monokuma's never meddled in a trial before. And he's not allowed to. So if she tried to pass off this explanation, they would just immediately peg her as suspicious anyway. This
Weird
case
stuff.
is insane.
Weird stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not the culprit. I'm not the culprit. I'm not the culprit.
Oh no.
Oh. Did you have any arguments for me? Well, okay, that I didn't have to worry about this one.
I knew you'd be like, huh? Yeah, not much going on there.
Kurokawa, unfortunately, I have one more piece of evidence that says you are the culprit. No, stop. Stop it. It's this, the dying message. With the letters of Mikako written in blood on the lab. This is the proof that you are the culprit.
There was a dying message? She didn't see it. She didn't see it. She went over there, pointed out the pound of flesh, didn't see the anesthetic gas, and didn't see the dying message. Also,
smells of.
Considering his wound, considering Yamato's wound, he would have died immediately. It even said in the Monokuma file that he died immediately from the shock of laceration, air quotes. He couldn't have written a dying message. It would have been instantaneous. Monokuma's framing her.
Yep.
Oh, this is so fucked up. If there was such a thing, you should have told us sooner. I'm sorry I only doubted Maida.
I couldn't tell, because no matter who you look at, Kurokawa was the only one who could have committed the crime. Because there was so much obvious evidence left behind that we thought she wasn't the killer. In that situation, the dying message pointing to Kurokawa gives a rather odd idea that she wasn't the culprit. Yeah, but no, things have changed. Maida, who we thought was the culprit, is actually completely impossible to commit the crime. Because Mikako Kurokawa started to spew gibberish. In some way, she might even be more daring and smarter than other criminals. Because you left a lot of evidence that anyone could say it was you, so you rather escaped the suspect line very cleverly. It's a reinforced version of what Satsuki came out at the same time the trial started in the previous one.
Isn't that too much of a guess? The only culprit in the world saying they're the culprit and leaving the evidence so openly.
That's not a guess, it actually worked. She left the suspect line and waited for her reasoning to reach its peak, so that one innocent victim is pointed out in the end. If you reach the stage, you will self-proclaim to be the accomplice role who became a victim. They didn't let the person who was identified as the culprit to even gamble. But this was thanks to him, Maida, who did nothing wrong, that he became the culprit. My apologies, Maida. No, there's no need for apologies.
But it's really Kurokawa that's the murderer? Unbelievable!
Actually, I thought it was too difficult to go back. Mikako Kurokawa also has a good motive.
The motive?
Think about what motive Monokuma came up with this time. Monokuma introduced the transfer student named Yamato Kisaragi and said that he was the motive itself. And the reaction of Mikako Kurokawa as soon as she saw the transfer student was unique. Watching that reaction had nothing to do with Yamato Kisaragi. It was Yamato's reaction. How about that? Now it's you who's cornered Mikako Kurokawa. I have a lot to ask you before you die, so you better answer to us. Wait. I can't die. If I die, I must not die here. You can't die, you... What do you mean by that?
Don't worry about that. It's just the culprit's ramblings.
No, no. You can't do this, you guys.
What? What's wrong? She can't say why.
Not yet. There's a problem left to be solved. What? If I'm the culprit, how did I left open my own door then? Besides, you don't even know the exact material the weapon was made of.
This is annoying. Even if we don't know such trivial things, it's already certain that you are the culprit.
No, I'm sorry, but that's what we said. Leaving the private room wide open aside from other things. Can't die, no, I can't die like this. If you can't solve that mystery, you can't admit that I'm the culprit.
Do we have to come all this way here and guess again?
Assuming that Mikako Kurokawa is the culprit, if we look back on the case, we might find something we've missed.
We better come up with a complete answer. I'll do my best with my brain going all out.
Kurokawa. Then, now that the alibi problem has been resolved, the most urgent problem is the murder weapon.
Nope. Leave it until there. Time's up. It's time to vote.
Oh, Monokuma, you are the one behind this, aren't you? What?
We're literally out of time. It seems that the discussion was not over, but unfortunately, this class trial is over.
What is this? Are you kidding me now? This has never happened before.
I am not kidding, are you? Either way, time's over. Class trial is done. We are closed. Ding, ding, ding!
No. Wait, something is wrong here. I can't admit this. This is not true. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for the Monokuma
Thank
coins,
you
I
for the
guess.
medals.
This is gonna suck. There is a short scene I want to do after the trial is completely resolved because it's like 20-30 minutes at best.
Hmm?
It happens after the trial's done.
Okay.
It's like, it's weird. There's like a precursor between chapters 5 and 6, and it's only like 20-30 minutes long. Yeah.
Well, anyway, time over is time over. It's your own fault for sticking around for so long. Anyway, did you get the results? I can't do much, so please vote with the switch in front of you, based on what you've deduced so far.
You are full of shit, Monokuma.
Oh yeah! I'm stressing this once again. Invalid votes are an intermediate punishment. I can't tolerate it. Understand? Then, as a result of the vote, who becomes the blackened? And the answer, will it be the right answer or the wrong one? Now, what's it gonna be?
Well... It would suck to, like, lose Mikako like this, though.
Yeah, I agree. Because I actually really like her a lot, and I think this is some bullshit!
Yeah.
Ah, good. The vote ended unanimously. The blackened chosen was...
The correct answer! Mikako Kurakawa!
She was the blackened who killed the victim.
Yamato Kisaragi!
Correct answer. The culprit who killed Kisaragi was Kurokawa. Of course, we had come to that conclusion, but... Why? What is this indescribable feeling? No, it shouldn't be like this. Something like this should never have happened.
Now, shall we get to the punishment straight away?
What? No, wait a minute. Aren't you in a hurry? At least give us a little time to talk. No. No. Ah.
Now then, I've prepared a special punishment for Mikako Kurakawa, the ultimate exorcist. Wait! As Maida said, you're in too much of a hurry. Didn't you give us more time? Like in the previous trials? Oh, I did? I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, the culprit has been determined, so I'm just trying to execute them. Well, there's something I don't understand. What's with the timeout?
Can we send away Kurokawa like this? Kurokawa killed Kisaragi. Perhaps this is true, because Monokuma admitted that it was the correct answer. However, something is strange. After the character of Yamato Kisaragi appeared, something has obviously been twisted in this murder, class trial, Monokuma, Kurokawa. Everything is twisted like a toothed hawk. If this is the way it ends, if we let Kurokawa go without saying anything... Wait a minute! Hey, Mikako Kurokawa! Calm down and answer. What's your identity? Tell us what only you know.
Ray!
For this moment, I don't give a damn if you're a murderer or anything. You obviously know something. You've been avoiding us all along, saying that you can't tell us, but... Are you really satisfied with that? Would you really be satisfied if you die doing nothing like this? When you drove Maeda like a rapid-fire gun, you had guts. I mean, say it like that time. Don't you guys like that too? If this woman dies like this, we might miss the chance to know the truth for the rest of our lives. Mikaru.
Without knowing anything in my life, I don't even know why we have to do this. We're going to stay here forever. I hate that. Kurakawa, I ask you from me as well. Please, if you know something, can you please tell us? Mikako? I'm afraid it's no use anyway. Because Miss Kurakawa can't say anything.
What?
I mean literally. So don't exhaust yourself and let's get to the punishment quickly now.
Wait! Mikako Kurokawa? No, Mikako. We all know things have gotten weird, including you since we left the ballroom. Whether you knew it, whether you committed murder, even if you're the mastermind, hope was handed to you by Satsuki. That's why. If you believe in hope, please tell me. I'm begging you like this, please.
Oh boy, what the people say.
Can't you understand the bear? It's no use.
I...
Ah! Mikako! Whoa! No matter. Just give up and take the penalty already.
No. I want to say... Mikako,
Uh-huh. Wait a minute.
I wanted to tell you everything I knew, but I couldn't. I wanted to tell you, but it was all too much. But now, I'm going to go beyond life and death to pass it on to you guys. I'll tell you no matter what happens to me. If it ends like this, if I die without telling anything, then I won't be able to face Yamatoni. Mikako, you...
Miss Kurakawa, that's really dangerous. Are you willing to die, then?
I won't be able to punish you.
Even better.
Agreed.
I can't say the details, but you said I could die here, right? Thanks to Yuki and everyone. Listen, this is a trap of the mastermind. I believe in you guys. It wasn't a long time, but you guys became my friends. Believe in yourself. God believes in the hope you have in yourself. Hope. Hope never falls to despair. It was just a moment. Mikako, who didn't speak softly and slowly as usual, but suddenly changed and didn't appear to be like she was when she accused me of being the culprit. As if it was a reaction to the limit release, I heard a sound, a splat, coming from her head. Oh gee. She literally fell apart. Mekaru... I have to tell you about it. The mastermind has been with us in all our events. That's the key. She went out like a champ.
I love her. Also, that's a really good CG.
Mikako?
This girl has died. What? Mikako is dead? I knew since Kurokawa was the culprit who killed Kisaragi, the execution was definitive, and she was going to die soon. But before being executed, the more she spoke, the more she collapsed, and then she dies?
Nobody's vibing right now.
Yeah. It was clearly strange for anyone to see. At the beginning, this case itself, the class trial itself, felt very strange, but more importantly, in the end, I couldn't hear anything from Kurokawa and she left us.
You really are a stupid woman. You cut off your own lifeline. At one time, I really wanted to know what was going on, but she ended up stopping. At the final part, I feel sorry for you guys. Well, to be honest, even if she does say it, it doesn't concern me too much.
This woman. Mikako said at the end that the mastermind is in our group. Mikako, as I expected. No, maybe not. She may have known a lot more than us. Monokuma. Who the hell was Kurukawa? The Kisaragi Foundation. What the hell is the truth? There's no way Monokuma can tell you that. And what is more certain now is, in the end, Kisaragi and Kurukawa, who may have held the key to our situation in the end. It means that they left without hearing anything.
Then
Kurukawa's identity, the identity of the mastermind, the identity of the Kisaragi Foundation has not been fully uncovered. Even the truth behind this murder. We are only facing the consequences of an empty shell. Damn it! Yes. We remain unconvinced. Process disappeared, only results remained.
anyway, I gave a short break, but well, shall we start now?
The fuck are you trying to do with a corpse now?
My heart is pounding so loudly. It's punishment time! Huh? What? What's wrong? It's punishment time.
What does that mean? Kurukawa is already dead.
Why does that matter? Whether you live or die, you have disturbed the order, and
You should be punished. Punishment is not just a punishment, it's called an example.
Great.
Can you stop? You will blaspheme even the dead? No, this is a rule. You guys have seen Miss Kurokawa's atrocities, didn't you? She was a villain who tried to survive by overturning the sins of the innocent and good boy Maida-kun. That wicked woman!
I know that Kurokawa was the culprit, and she even yelled at me harshly, but something is strange. About this class trial, Monokuma's words and actions are strange. Kurokawa said at the end that this was a trap by the mastermind. As Maida said, this case is very strange. Monokuma, in our eyes it looks like you are anxious to kill Mikako.
And when he introduced Kisaragi, Mikako collapsed bleeding. Monokuma didn't even try to help.
because he wanted her to die from the start.
Yep.
You don't mean all of this was a conspiracy? Well, whatever the case, Miss Kurokawa killed Kisaragi and became the Blackened. It's my job as the headmaster to punish the Blackened. Therefore, the Blackened disrupted the order. I have prepared a special punishment for the ultimate exorcist, Mikako Kisaragi!
That is Yuki.
Yeah.
It's a mistranslation.
Wait, Monokuma, stop talking.
Now then, let's give it everything we got! They're already dead and in a terrible state. It's really not the best shape, but
Monokuma, answer the questions.
let's go hard anyway! It's punishment time!
Monokuma!
Mans is not listening.
Yep. Man.
At least you give her a halo, but goddamn, that's so rude. I hate this.
Yeah.
Leave her alone! God. Monokuma, didn't you literally say yourself that, like, fucking mutilating the corpses is against the fucking rules?
Not
Breaking
if
your
he-
own damn rules.
Yeah, not if he does it. It's not.
Asshole. Asshole.
Ghost
Fucking
Rider.
damn it, Ghost Rider. Oh, I hate this guy. Such a fun asshole to voice, but he's awful.
Monokuma, where are you going with this? Huh?
Interesting.
Lol. Let's just shut down.
Well, it looks like the whole school's power is out.
Oh my, what happened in the power room? What? A power outage?
What? I can't see anything. What happened to Mikako?
Hey, Monokuma, what happened? He's out too. Hey, don't pretend you can hear me. Answer. Smack him. Mikado?
He'll get punished if he wakes up and realizes he smacked her, though.
Man. What is this? He just stopped.
What? By the way, didn't something like this happen during a class trial not too long ago? Mikako said that if Monokuma stops operating, all facilities will stop too.
But there wasn't a power outage back then, was there?
What in the world happened?
In the end, there's something strange about this case. Just like this blackout right now, I don't think this is normal. Just what the hell is happening? Kisaragi's appearance, Kurokawa's murder case, power failure, Monokuma stop. I don't know what's going on, but it's definitely strange. Everything seems to be a back and forth contradiction. Monokuma doesn't seem to wake up. What should we do?
Hinjo.
You guys. You look a bit stupid with that bandage, but
He really does.
I'm glad you're here anyway.
Because we can bully him again! Yay!
Oh, it looks so stupid.
He looks like a dumbass. Anyway.
I just arrived. It's already too late. Kinjo? You... How do you... What the hell are you? How can you move?
Kinjo!
We'll talk more later. We can't afford that now. Yuki, Mikado, Teria, and you.
Interesting, he didn't say her name.
Yeah. You. Is that what you say after waking up putting on a suicide show like that? Do you have anything else to say? Mikado, where's Kisaragi and Kurokawa? Well, suddenly, why? Wait, Kisaragi's portrait is there. Is that so? They're both dead. Kinjo, what the hell happened? How did you wake up? What's the situation now? As I just said, we'll do that later. To put things very simply, I remembered everything.
I was right! I was right! I was right!
Ooh.
The fucking, he might be a vegetable for the rest of his life. Mida, no, I refuse. Manson said, I remember everything now. Asshole! I can't believe I was right!
Ultimate luck strikes again.
God damn it, Maida. You have such favoritism for this asshole here.
Oh man, maybe he's fixed now.
I hope so.
I came here to save you guys.
You remember?
You don't mean... You are pretty well alive, but it seems it's over yet to turn things around. I will protect you from the heinous mastermind.
Now see who it is. Oh.
Akane? I mean, she does have the black-white uniform on, so it looks good.
Very good design, Laneige. Incredible design choice. This takes a whole turn on the butler did it.
I haven't heard of the maid did it before.
Well, here we are.
What are you doing putting us here? You guys are being deceived. We have to get away from that girl right now. She does have Monokuma colors.
She has no idea what's going on. Huh? Kinjo, what's wrong? That girl is... Oh no, she put it together.
It's that girl. The one who kept the 15 of us imprisoned. Making us stay here. The criminal who made this murder game. The mastermind of everything. Akane Taira.
He has no idea what's going on.
This will be interesting. What are you talking about, Kinjo?
Don't call my name with that dirty mouth. Akane? Is the mastermind behind everything? Wait a minute, Kinjo. Are you misunderstanding something?
Yuki's right. There's no way Akane could be the mastermind.
Make Haru's convinced.
No, it's you, not me, who has misunderstood. Well, it's not unreasonable after all. You did that to us. But that's why I'll definitely protect you guys from this heinous criminal.
Kinjo, why are you doing this? Is this because of me stabbing Kizuna? If that's the case, there's nothing I can do to argue with you, but still, to call me a mastermind?
Kizuna. That's pretty cute compared to what you did. Kinjo? What are you saying?
I have no idea what Kinjo's been saying. Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Are you going to keep going? Fine then. But can you still do that after hearing this? Ultimate despair.
Brace your ears.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, brace your ears. Or at least from me.
Ultimate...
Despair?
Akane?
She screams the whole time during this, but I'm not doing that.
It was a cry like a beast. After panicking and denying Kinjo for a while, she suddenly began to grab her head, screaming like something out of this world. Her screams were growing louder. More. It was a terrifying scream. Despair has changed. Yeah, it's the perfect mastermind design, yeah.
Yep. And she looks hot doing it.
She sure does. Oh no.
Got it.
Ah, it's refreshing. It feels like something that has been blocked was just opened. There's no problem with my memory, just as that person said. I think it was very successful. It must have been hellish to breathe without thinking of that person. I'm really sorry, Akane Taira.
Huh? You... Who are you?
Oh my, who am I? This is Akane Taira. Whoopsie. Is this our first time meeting? Then I should give you a formal greeting. The ultimate maid. No, wait, that's a mistake. This is the ultimate despair, Akane Taira. Please take good care of me, Maida, Kinjo, Mikaru, Otori.
Well, well, well.
Wait a minute. Am I the only one who can't keep up with this situation now?
You, Akane Taira. Akane, the mastermind.
We didn't know each other
Uh,
other than just yesterday, but this morning we were together for a very short time, but I can tell. I know that Maida's a good person.
All of these are her lines.
mm.
Only from Maida. I didn't want to hear that from Maida. Actually, I wanted to apologize sooner. I'm sorry. The reason I asked you to dance is because I thought we could be able to talk more like this. I'm really sorry. Maida! Keep your head! Calm down and look into my eyes! You didn't do anything wrong!
You know, suddenly I like them together a lot more.
A lot of people do.
It's just,
A lot of people do.
there's just something very special about protagonist and antagonist ships.
Oh, don't worry. It gets spicier in chapter 6.
Ooh.
There's a lot more that's not here yet, and I can't wait for you to see it, because everyone has been talking my ear off about it for months, and I'm like, let me experience it myself.
That Akane was the mastermind of everything.
Ah, it looks like the power is returned. It's the spare power that turned on. I'm gonna die. Hey! Suddenly the bear house was thrown down. I don't like this facility at all. Monokuma, it's been a long time. Monokuma. It's been a long time. What's that sound? Ugh! Miss Tyra, surely not! You've returned? I sure did. You've been through a lot. What is the situation? This isn't a dream, is it?
It is not a dream. And Monokuma is moving separately on the subject of the mastermind. You have revealed your true colors. This time I will definitely protect everyone.
Oh my, Kinjo, now isn't the time to say that. Since I woke up, the killing school life is no more. Asking Monokuma to dispose of each one of you is a breeze.
Disposal!
Is what I'd like to say, but that wouldn't be much fun, would it? Besides, I still have an appointment with a certain person. So, I'll give you a chance to stand in the final stage. A wonderful stage to decorate the finale!
Now you have the pleasure of voicing the crazy person.
I get to voice two insane bastards. I get to voice Monokuma and Despairacone. I'm gonna need more tea.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
The situation in front of the eyes is incomprehensible, unfolding at the same speed of light. I just stood idly by, Akane, looking at a person who was Akane Taira. I have become frozen.
And that's the conclusion to Trial 5.
Man,
Fucking wild, right?
man.
Yes. Oh man. This is kind of a spoiler, but I'll tell you anyway. This is Mikako.
Huh. Ada. Maeda. Seriously, it's almost time for school. What are you doing sleeping? Our teacher will be here very soon, so get up. Oh boy, this is very different. By the way, you often do stuff during class, right? You came to Speak with good luck, so you should try more harder, don't you think so? Huh? Where is this? What are you talking about? It's a classroom. Are you really awake? Ah, Maeda had a nightmare in your sleep too. I let the laugh out a little, sorry. But don't worry, Maeda is strong, cause you're a big man. Keep your chin up.
Mikako, lower your voice. Do you have to be so loud all the time?
Sorry. Anyway. Maeda, are you okay? Haruhiko wants to play with the group today. What? Why should you? But Maeda rarely hangs out with us and is all alone. That, and you have a very lonely expression. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's not good to force yourself too much. But if you change your mind, please tell me. There's no problem even if you join later, okay? By the way, Yamato-kun is late. What's going on at Hanzo's funeral? It's been 2 weeks already. You didn't hear anything, Maeda? Probably not. Well, there's no choice but to wait. The teacher seems to be late too. Maeda, would you like some cream bread? I have one left. Don't want it? Well, what a ruthless guy. Tell me when you're hungry, I'll give it to you. You can't sleep again.
So I want you to look for a minute. Do you notice any key differences immediately upon us loading in here?
Well, the classroom completely looks different.
Mm-hmm. Something a little more similar. I mean, like, simpler. Very subtle. I want to see if you notice it.
If you already said that, then I know I won't be able to notice it.
Oh, come on. It's with you every time you move on the screen.
Move on the screen?
Rina, Why is his hair suddenly a different color?
A different color?
Look at Maida. His hair used to be lighter. This was not the color of the sprite.
Yeah, it's a filter.
Are you sure? Everyone else looks the same.
It's hard to say since the background is muted too. All the colors here are muted.
I don't know. The rest of the sprites look fine to me.
Yeah, but this is muted.
True.
And this is muted.
Anyway, talk to whoever you want.
Alrighty then. What? Do you have something to say? Then don't speak. I have something to think about right now. Of course. Let's get trash out of the way first.
Please. It's boring. Why isn't the teacher here yet? Oi! What? What are you doing here so suddenly? What was your name again? I see. Maida. Do you have some business?
At least remember his name, dude.
Weird guy. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I didn't say much, but I'm bored right now. So, I'll ask you to chat with me, I guess. Check this out! The other day, netizens' reaction to the goal video I scored in the Youth National evaluation match in the last game. He's the Japanese Messi, in a way. Hey, say something. No funny guy. No wonder you don't have friends.
Rude.
But whatever, since we're classmates, I need to remain friendly. We can even play soccer together sometimes. No.
Let's not.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Dad, are the things you ordered last time roughly sorted out? Yes, I know. Then I'll go there this weekend. This time Maida. Huh? It's just a friend I was talking to. Dad, just wait for me. What's up? You're looking everywhere now. Huh? It's okay. It's just a normal conversation with my father, who I call 3 times a day. Also, didn't you hate us or whatever? Well, I want to be your friend, but there's no way, is there? Anyway, I'm on a call now, so I'll see you later. If it's okay with you, we can go together, later and play with the others. Really? No, I like you, but still, I was surprised for you to talk to me. Let's go play when we have time later.
Yuki, what the hell kind of asocial dude are you being? Jesus, come on. Maida, surprising. Isn't it unusual for you to approach others first? No, there's nothing wrong with that, because communication is free for everyone. I'm not in a position to talk like that either. So, do you wish to speak to me? Is that so? If it doesn't matter, say, Maida. I wonder, is there anything you're worried about? Perhaps you feel anxiety about the future to come, and hesitation on your own mind and heart. No, rather than hesitation, indifference. Well, it's nothing. I'm just guessing your mind. There's no basis for it. Just my way of interpretation. Maida, I don't know how to say this, but how about showing a little more interest in the others? I'm not good at socializing either, but I'm trying to overcome this. I plan to attend today's meeting. My apologies. It must have sounded like a sermon to you. We're not even close friends. I have no intention of forcing you, so do what you feel is right. Yuki!
Ah, Yuki, what's up? Want to play together? If that's the case, we should tell the others. Right away. Oh, and by the way, there is a delicious shortcake house in front of the station. That's not it? Well, that's a shame. It would have been fun to play with Yuki. Ah, do you want some cream puffs? Don't want any. Why not? Stupid.
I love Flashback Mikako. She's so cute.
She's so different.
Yeah.
Feel bad for why
They all
she's so
are, in a
different
way.
now.
They all are different in a way.
Alright, police boy. Maida, what's wrong? Me? I was trying to contact Kisaragi, but I can't seem to reach him either. But it shouldn't be a major concern. I don't think I should be worried over nothing, just that if he doesn't come back, it's difficult to play chess like this. I want to win at least once against him. But what happened? It's rare for you to say anything. Today, something is different in your expression. Is that so? I'm glad it's not a big deal. Maida... You, me... Do you hate our classmates? I think it's selfish to say this, but I really like you guys. Because I have changed since I met you all. So much that it could be a turning point in my life. It's laughable, really, and it may be selfish, but I hope everyone gets along well. Even if we continue to have fun and get older. No, sorry for suddenly saying all of this. Still, Maida, you're not being honest with yourself, aren't you? Your eyes always look sad. Yuki reacted to that.
Yep.
What? You want to speak to me? Wow, will the sun rise in the west tomorrow? Hey, Maida. Why do you always avoid us? I don't know what everyone thinks, but Maida looks like you're suffering to me. Yeah, it's different to say something like this all of a sudden. But it would be nice to talk with everyone someday. Then I'll take you to an amusement park. Do you like amusement parks? No response, huh?
Man.
Hey, wait, there. Ah, this idiot! Why did you do that there?
What? It's Kobazing's fault.
Ah, shut up, I'm done. What is this couple game? It's a couples crushing game.
Yes, they are dating.
Yep.
Actually, it's only you both that don't look much like a couple at all. Huh? What? Maida? Did you need something? It's nothing? Well, if it doesn't matter much. Hey, can I ask you a question? If I have time, if you have time after today, would you like to play together? Almost everyone will come. Tell me something. Am I the only one who's awkward now?
Yuki! I am shaking you mentally.
As you should.
Kobazing, my brother Keisuke gave me 2 movie tickets.
For real? Thank you. When should we say our greetings?
Greetings. Aha. Kobazing, I'm already trying to put a plan into action.
What? You, you idiot! That's not what it means! It's not that I hate it, of course, but that's not what I mean now. Do you know how annoying you are right now?
Oh, Yuki, is Satsuki visible today?
Ooh.
No, you always ignore Satsuki, so Yuki doesn't see me at all. Still, what's wrong? I feel ignored again. Did Satsuki become a ghost too?
Why would you ignore Satsuki?
Higa, lend me some money. What? What's this out of the blue? I want to change my phone. I need to buy some clothes and buy a new bag, too. Tamori, I just lended to you the other day, and you haven't returned it yet.
Squeeze them dry, girl.
Please do. Wasn't that just a gift? What? Where in the world would you consider someone that gives you over 100,000 yen? You dare call that a gift? Go scram! I can't lend you anymore until you give it back. What? You salty bastard. You're a jerk who earns millions, not a few thousands. Maida, what's going on? Normally you ignore my calls. This is just fine. Maida, look at me and lend me some money.
Girl, no.
Okay, listen, but she knows his luck, so she's probably like, go gamble and give me money.
I mean, he would be a very good money bank if
she's
used right.
such an awful piece of shit, but I kinda like her.
Yes, yes.
50,000 should be enough. Since you have enough money, it doesn't really matter to you, right? You don't have it either? That's no fun. Well, since this is kinda bullying, I won't force you. What do I do? If I don't buy a new product soon, others from my age will be first to brag about it on their new blogs.
Girl.
He's very, very material and bitchy, and it's fine. Can I ask Akane or Kyoka? No, I feel sorry asking them too much. Huh? Maida, you're still here? Well, I haven't talked much with you. But if you're bored, you can talk to me, Maida. You look quite sad. So I'll make you cute if you like that too. Anyway. She's just like that.
Seriously, how did you get hurt like this?
Sorry, a little conflict with the students of the preparatory department.
Again? Still, I'm nervous because the demo activities have been so intense lately. You should try to be careful.
Sorry, I'll be careful.
Yuki, do you want to speak to me? Sorry, I think this is actually the first time you spoke to me. So, what happened? I have to treat Kakeru's leg first, so if it's short... Oh, it's nothing special. Okay. Hey, Yuki. I told you when we first met, but if you ever get hurt, please tell me. Because you're my classmate too.
I love her. I miss her so much.
Oh, Kanata, a little bit softer.
Cannot. Be patient. Even if it hurts a little, bacteria could get in.
I hate being sick. Maida, what's the matter?
Hey, Kakeru, don't be shy.
Sorry. Maida suddenly spoke to me. I was so surprised. So, do you have something to say? We don't talk much, but hey, I'm smiling like this, so feel free to ask anything. This wound? It's no big deal, it was just some students from the preparatory department. My senior seems to be having some troubles with his preparatory students, so I tried to mediate by stopping them. Anyway, you should be careful too, Maida. You've been sloppy lately. That, and I'm glad you talked to me. Maida hardly ever talks to any of us. You can talk to me anytime you wish. So cute.
I love him.
So cute.
I love them.
This is a big deal. I feel like the demo is getting serious.
Ayame, are you okay?
I'm fine. Am I that obvious? It's true, I'm getting worse. Recently, even the use of the playground has been banned to me. It's really hard for me not to be able to run.
There's an indoor gym, right? If it's okay with Ayame, I'll be with you.
It's fine. I have an appointment with Kobashikawa and the others today, so please ask me tomorrow, after school. I haven't moved for a while and my muscles are getting stiff. Yeah, by the way, Akane, what's up with those respectful words and Ayame-sama? It's really uncomfortable every time I hear it with friends.
Yes, I'm sorry. As much as this can be seen as a burden, then I'll try harder to be conscious of it.
No, you don't have to overdo it. I'm sorry on my side. Please do as you're comfortable. Huh? Maida? Since when have you been here? I didn't notice at all. I'm sorry, do you have something to say? It's not that. Maybe you're upset that I ignored you? It often happens. I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
What's wrong, Maida?
Huh?
Talk to her again.
Maida-sama, if this is the case, there are things that you shouldn't do no matter what. And if you find yourself in a situation where you must do it, what would Maida-sama do? If it were me,
Uh, One day in the classroom. Chapter 0.
Ba-ba-da.
Alright. Then I think
This is a perfect place to stop.
Yes, absolutely. So then, next time we will start chapter 6 and see what our everyday life looks like now that we have awakened the mastermind.
Mm-hmm.
So then, until then, goodbye.
Bye.